Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Aaron X. Welcome back to Risen 12 here on the Risen Pro Wrestling YouTube channel. It's tag team time, and more importantly first, tag team championship time. Upper class have graced us with their presence, and the young man there with the sign that says you can't wrestle, trust me, Alexander Moore wrestle, ladies and gentlemen. Alexander Moore in the red and golden robes right there alongside the former Risen champion Bobby Vegas, who has something to say and frankly might be losing his money quite a bit. Losing his money, losing his mind, losing everything right now. Hasn't been the same since losing to Hawaiian Damien.
For those of you that are new, let me bring you up. Shut up, I will have silence! For those of you who are new, these are the idiots. And we are the upper class. My name is Big Money Bobby Vegas. Winning is what I do, and I'm bigger and better than each and every one of you. And this is Alexander Moore. Bobby Vegas. Bobby Vegas. Bobby Vegas. Bobby Vegas. Bobby Vegas. You see this? I'm getting mocked by people who don't have one GCSE between them. Do you see this? They put the academic standard at a dead drop, and they're mocking me. And you know why they're mocking me? Because last time I was here, I lost my Risen Championship. I lost my Risen Championship. And I need another championship. And I need you to help me, Alexander Moore. No matter what these reprobates say, I am worthy of a championship. I am worthy of gold around my waist. I am worthy of greatness. And you have to help me win a championship so all these scumbags can recognize what a good and great man Bobby Vegas is. We're gonna win. We're gonna show all of these NPC shabby scumbags exactly why we are the upper class, and you will never see anything in all of your miserable, insignificant little lives.
Wow, Bobby Vegas is absolutely unhinged, ladies and gentlemen.
What do you think of the upper class?
I wouldn't be goading someone the size of Big Money Bobby Vegas despite his clear lapse in mental judgment right now.
Well, they have the money, but tonight they are facing two blue-collar individuals. Let's bring out the champions.
Big Money Bobby Vegas has a chance to rectify his loss to Hawaiian Damien last time out. At Risen Pro Wrestling, in no short order, he will have a chance alongside his long-time tag team partner Alexander Moore to capture tag team gold that these two men did so beautifully last time out at Risen.
RIZEN Tag Team champions. They are the team of the Keyboard Warrior, Paul Atlas, and the amazing Matt Dorkin. Together
fabulous chins of your RIZEN Pro Wrestling Tag Team Champions, ladies and gentlemen. That man right there, Mad Dog, and his partner, the 20-year veteran of professional wrestling, Carl Atlas. Tag Team Champions wherever they go. Tag Team Champions here in RIZEN, set to defend the gold for the very first time against Upper Class, with referee Paul Field in charge of this matchup. Bobby Vegas is absolutely unhinged, ladies and gentlemen. Carl Atlas alluded to in the build-up to this matchup, saying that Bobby Vegas needed a Snickers bar and some therapy, and I'm inclined to agree. Who doesn't like a good Snickers bar and a bout of therapy, ladies and gentlemen? It's certainly done well by me. Please, for the love of God, somebody sign me. Paul Field, ladies and gentlemen, will be in charge of this matchup, recognised for the RIZEN Pro Wrestling Tag Team Championships. The Upper Class versus the Beards. Talk about money versus blue collar. Mad Dog and Bobby Vegas squaring up. Carl Atlas and Alexander Moore squaring up. Oh boy, here we go. Talk about heavy hitting. Three supreme heavyweights and a technical genius, the likes you've never seen, like Alexander Moore. Slip reversal kick to a midsection, some stereo offense here from the Beards. True tag team synchronicity from the Beards, ladies and gentlemen. Carl Atlas, by the way, might be a big old whopping powerhouse. The Protein Factory is open for business here, and a big old shoulder tackle from Carl Atlas, who, by the way, has shed a good 6 or 7 stone and is in the conditioning of a lifetime. That is one handsome beard, ladies and gentlemen. Please direct all of your complaints to RIZEN Pro Wrestling Management. Hip toss available there. Tucks the clothesline. There's Alexander Moore. Lovely rising knee lift there from Alexander Moore. Known for his technical prowess, not appreciated enough for his striking prowess. A truly great professional wrestler. And of course, the Upper Class, some may say representing the more inconsistent side of ASW South. Mad Dog on the ring apron here. Carl Atlas with a kick to the knee, one to the chin as well. The educated feet of the great all-rounder. Rising knee lift. Didn't get too much of it, but enough to take Alexander Moore off of his balance, and certainly got all of that rolling rock. The old sausage roll special from Carl Atlas delivered to Alexander Moore. Tag made to the Mad Dog himself. Mad Dog, of course, a great veteran and a fantastic human being in all of professional wrestling. There is no one more likable than the Beards. Nobody has more fun. Certainly at the expense of Alexander Moore right now. 3-point stance and a double shoulder tackle from these two whopping great meaty men of professional wrestling. And we love it when meaty men are slapping me in professional wrestling, ladies and gentlemen. And that's what Mari Rowe is popping his proverbial nuts off at ringside for this one. Mad Dog with a headlock applied to Alexander Moore, and the Beards off to a ferocious start here. Another team, another champion, should I say, looking to defend their gold at the first time of asking. Sean McKenzie did so earlier this afternoon, and the Beards follow suit and retain their tag team championship. Beautiful deep 6 applied by Mad Dog. He gets a 2 count, tag made to Carl Atlas. Bobby Vegas is beside himself at ringside and already sweating profusely. No doubt incredibly disturbed at what he's seen in the openings of this matchup. 3-point starts once again. This time Alexander Moore had that one scoured, looking for a double crossbody. Oh boy, well, there's a lot of power there on display from the Beards, who just plucked him out of midair like yesterday's disregarded newspaper, ladies and gentlemen. Double all-away slam. Beautifully delivered by the Beards to Alexander Moore. Alexander Moore in serious trouble here. The Beards have met Upper Class every step of the way so far in this Tag Team Championship matchup, and looking, I do believe, to finish with a bomb here. A little bit of poetry in motion. Beautiful athleticism. What Carl Atlas can do beggars belief, and now Alexander Moore is in the drop zone, and that is bad news. Ah, come on, Bobby Vegas now illegally interjecting himself in this matchup, distracting Carl Atlas, and that gives Alexander Moore enough of a chance to send Carl Atlas crashing from the top rope to the floor. The bigger they are, the harder they fall, and the biggest is big money Bobby Vegas for a vicious suplex delivered to Carl Atlas. How about that power from the former RIZEN Pro Wrestling heavyweight champion? Another pinning combination once again, just gets a 1 count, dragging him back down, forcing Carl Atlas to expend a lot of energy. Kicks out one again, right back once again, another 1 count, and Bobby Vegas is beside himself. Mad Dog having a great time at Bobby Vegas' expense, as are the fans chanting, "You sweat gravy." Not entirely sure what's wrong with that, to be honest. Quite a magnificent scent, especially as a man from Lincolnshire in my own right. And now Alexander Moore taking full advantage of Carl Atlas while referee Paul Field is distracted. It's not like Paul Field to be distracted, ladies and gentlemen. And now Bobby Vegas having his way as well. And Mad Dog, I understand, very emotionally distressed at the sight of Carl Atlas being waylaid upon by upper class, but he's got to get out of the ring so referee Paul Field can regain composure and focus in this matchup. Bobby Vegas using that big old frame and a humongous hip toss. Money talks. Well, if he hits this, it'll be game over. Phoebe's Flash Vegas incoming, and Carl Atlas just sat up at the right time and avoided absolute catastrophe there. That would have put the Tag Team Championships in serious jeopardy. Mad Dog is completely regenerated at ringside, raring to go. Carl Atlas, on the other hand, desperately needs to make a tag because, well, Mad Dog's ready to go. Carl Atlas has very little left in the tank. He's almost there. His finger tips away, and wait a minute. Oh, come on, Alexander Moore. Once again, illegally dragging Mad Dog off of the ring apron. Face first, by the way. Carl Atlas left to his exposure of that right hand from Bobby Vegas. A completely devastating knockout blow from Bobby Vegas. One of the most devastating punches in the business, and an elbow drop to boot. 300 plus pounds of pure carnage crashing down on the chest of Carl Atlas. Keyboard Warrior in serious trouble here. Bobby Vegas and Alexander Moore have found their tag team synergy. They have found their fluidity, and that means bad news for the champions, the tag team champions. But despite all of the big match experience that Alexander Moore and Bobby Vegas have in singles and tag team competition, nobody can really match up to the experience of the Beards. Well, Carl Atlas is going to be relying on that experience desperately to maintain some sort of composure here in this matchup. Able to duck the double clothesline, springboard crossbody, wipes out both Alexander Moore and Bobby Vegas. Bobby Vegas took the brunt of the offense there, but Alexander Moore got enough, and Carl Atlas is completely out. All of that energy is desperately trying to will himself back up, and you see it on the face of Carl Atlas looking desperately. I mean, one of the more likable, one of the more entertaining men in the world of professional wrestling, ladies and gentlemen. What a magnificent career Carl Atlas has had, and he's able to create some separation. Mad Dog gets the tag. Here we go. Clothesline to Bobby Vegas, one to Alexander Moore, a back elbow to Vegas, and another to Alexander Moore, and Mad Dog is ready. Mad Dog is cooking, and big men are making it rain here at RIZEN. A meeting of the minds. And as if Bobby Vegas wasn't already mentally challenged enough coming into this matchup, that certainly will not have helped matters. And now, oh boy, I do believe Big Train is a-coming here in RIZEN, ladies and gentlemen. The meaty Mad Dog ready to set the tracks ablaze. Here we go. And Mad Dog is just crushing. And look at the pace, look at the power of this absolute juggernaut. Mad Dog delivering vicious blows. Humongous crash into Bobby Vegas. And all of a sudden, the tide has shifted here at RIZEN. Carl Atlas regenerated enough to make the tag, ladies and gentlemen. Oh dear. Oh dear. I believe it's time for the rodeo, ladies and gentlemen. Alexander Moore being placed. That's a rather precarious position to be in, and the upper class may very well find its way all the way through his mouth at this region. My God almighty. The money of Alexander Moore getting worn out, and Bobby Vegas inadvertently just German suplexed Alexander Moore out of the corner. He was trying to help him, but he just hindered him, and now back suplex, neck breaker combination delivered by the Beards. Pinning combination by Mad Dog. Bobby Vegas, oh no, Mad Dog moved out of the way. Bobby Vegas was trying to save Alexander Moore and accidentally wiped him out. Oh no. Talk about the drop zone. 600 pounds is coming, baby, in the combination of Mad Dog with a splash. And now, oh, look out. Mad Dog has a hold of Alexander Moore. Boss man slam. And look out. How about that athleticism? Swan ton bomb by Carl Atlas. And the Beards have retained the Tag Team Championships of RIZEN.
Yeah.
Well, it was a stunning matchup, ladies and gentlemen. A hard-hitting affair. Credit to the upper class, put up one hell of an exhibition in professional wrestling. But when it comes down to it, the experience and the hard-hitting, smash-mouth nature of the Beards has overcome the upper class. And still, your RIZEN Pro Wrestling Tag Team Champions, Mad Dog and Carl Atlas, the Beards retain. Before Bobby Vegas was in the midst of a midlife crisis, he certainly is now. Carl Atlas is very happy. The Beards have successfully retained, and Bobby Vegas looks like he's about to have an aneurysm, ladies and gentlemen. He's demanding a microphone. Oh boy.
A bead of my sweat is worth more than what you plebs make in a month. I was supposed to win tonight! This was supposed to be my moment, and you ruined it with your stupid support for people that love me! What is wrong with you? Why don't you love me? I give you everything! Every ounce of my sweat, my blood, my tears. And you cheer other people because they remind you of you because they are not as good. Well, enjoy your stupid lives, worshipping mediocrity. You get the life you deserve. Good night.